Hey gamers, Stogie here. I'd like to welcome you to another Battlefield 4 gameplay video. In this gameplay I will be using the QBS-09 shotgun as you saw in that intro. This is a Chinese anti-personnel shotgun that in this gameplay I have the Coyote red dot sight on, which I unlocked in a battle pack, the laser sight, and a grip. I think it's called the stubby grip actually. So I pretty much have this thing as decked out as you can get it in the beta. And what I'd like to discuss through this gameplay are some cool shotgun techniques and unique things about this weapon that I enjoy. And originally when I started out with this weapon, I really didn't like it. My main goal was to just use this so I could get the R870 MCS, you know, the classical Remington 870 shotgun. But as I started to use this, and my buddy Lag Switch is also using it in this game, as I started to use this, I noticed how good of a shotgun it really is. Now it holds 1 in the chamber and 5 backup shells in the gun, so you can have a total of 6 shots at your disposal before you have to reload. Now if you take it down to that last shell and fire that last shell off, you're going to have a long reload, which you'll see has him putting it in the right side of the gun and then flips the gun over to the left side and pops the last 5 shells in from underneath. You don't want to do that if you can avoid it. You'd like to take it down to that last shell and then replenish your 5 with the one already in the chamber because it makes the reload much quicker. One tip I will give you for running shotguns in general, pump action shotguns that aren't cartridge loading, or aren't cartridge loading, is that you want to reload those shells while you're on the run at any time you can. So if you feel like you're safe, definitely hit that reload button and at least get a couple shells into your gun, because this isn't a gun where you have to reload all 6 shells to be able to fire it. You can go ahead and toss a couple shells in and fire them off again. Now this gun does have one-hit kill potential in close range. You're going to see a couple times in this gameplay I'll come up behind somebody and shoot them right in the back. One of the things I did notice is that with the changes in Battlefield 4 with the kind of like perk system and the defensive perks having that flak in them that makes a resistance to the enemy's chest, it does make it less likely for you to get one-hit kills to the chest. Like right there you can see I shot that guy 3 times to take him out. And finally took him out with a headshot. But you can notice if you watch when you take aim and fire at guys, that little health bar that's above their head, you can watch the health that comes off of them as you shoot them. And you noticed right there in the front I shot him twice and it came down about halfway with each one, and then there just had a shred of health left for the final one. That's because this thing's firing buckshot. So with buckshot what you're going to get is probably around 14 pellets shooting off in different directions. And so some of those pellets are going to hit them and some don't. And in Battlefield 4, actually, each of the individual pellets carry a certain amount of damage. So the more pellets you can connect with, the better. So when I come up in close quarters behind somebody and shoot them in the back, I'm going to deal the most damage because their back and their head is their weakest spot. So when I'm close to them, I'm going to connect with the majority of those pellets. Another thing you'll see in this gameplay is that I kind of stay on the move and try to have cover. Now, I sprint a lot with the shotgun around corners, which I don't advise doing with things like ARs and carbines. But with the shotgun, you don't really need to aim it for it to be effective. It's actually pretty good at hip firing, and that's what you want to do the majority of the time. There was a nice one-hit kill to the upper chest. But yeah, you want to hip fire this most of the time, which actually enables you to sprint around more with it. And you're going to have a really high rate of mobility with this gun. It's very similar to running like a PDW or a pistol. Your guy should move at about the same speed. And right here, this is a fail. But this guy failed as bad as I did, so I ended up getting him in the end. In this gameplay, I also do get the MVP, so I thought it would be a good one for you guys to watch the full round of. But let me know what you guys think of this kind of gun analysis series over a full gameplay, not just clips of gameplay. I'm thinking that it's something that as the full game comes out I might do. Right now with the beta, you know, we're limited with the attachments we get and the weapons in the game, so there's no real point in doing a full out thing. But I thought this might be a gun that you're not going to see a whole lot of on YouTube and with other people using. So I wanted to bring you a decent QBS-09 gameplay. And right there you see in the chat people complaining about shotguns. That's another thing I've noticed in BF4, which is really, really funny. I'm used to playing in Call of Duty and Battlefield 3 by myself on console or with friends, and you're either in a party chat with your friends or you're playing by yourself not talking to anybody. Look at this, dude. Jackpot around the corner. And right now I'm like, no, this guy's going to get me. And then look, my buddy comes over and saves my life. So anyway, when I'm used to playing on console, I'm not talking to random people in the lobbies. You know, I'm either in a party or I don't have my mic on because I don't want to listen to them. What's funny on PC, because you just hit a button and you can all of a sudden jump into a chat and you can kind of say stuff and you can see what they're saying all the time. So people start shitting on like people using shotguns, people using LMGs. Basically what I've learned is that anytime you're using any weapon effectively the way you're supposed to be using it, people complain. Because why? Because you're probably killing them repeatedly and they're getting really pissed off. And here's another pro tip. When you're going after somebody one-on-one and they have a knife out and they're going to knife you in front, go ahead and turn that knife right back around and put it in their stomach. There's a nice knife reversal for you guys. But yeah, I think that's about everything I had to tell you guys about the QBS-09. I do have some 870 MCS gameplay, some LMG gameplay coming your way, so hopefully I can bring a couple more of these to you guys. Let me know if it helped you out, if you liked it, and I will talk to you guys later. Enjoy the rest of the video.
Control objective Alpha. How you like this? Grenade out!
GG.
Well, I just unlocked that carbine.
I just kicked ass with that shotgun.
I told you it's good.
I just stuck around A and they just kept spawning all around me.